Hi traders, this is Sin with the New Level Trading Report for Tuesday, June 14th. Stocks shook off a 2-week market slump on better than expected retail sales. The Dow jumped back above 12,000 and all three indices had their best day so far in June. The Dow was up 123 points, the Nasdaq gained 39 points, and the S&P was up 16 points. This is the 5-minute chart of our Dow Jones Index, and as you can see, that nice sell-off last week and then chop on Monday and Tuesday, and then today you can see somewhat of a retracement back into that 12,120 area, and this is what we look like on a daily. You can see actually what we're starting to look like is this could be a reversal signal. Again, this is on just average volume, but we have that doji and then a nice candle here, and we still could be in a downtrend. Obviously you can see these lower lows and lower highs, and so we could even pull up into this area here, which is some support, and still be considered in a downtrend. So again, we'll continue to watch that. Very important to see what's going on with economic news and so forth. This is the S&P chart, and as you can see in overnight trading, a nice uptrend, pulled back just at the open and then just trended upward throughout the day with just a small retracement right at the end. Actually, this is where we are post-market, so we're just about flat. This is what we're looking like on a daily chart, and as you can see, we came down, and I'd say that that 200 period, it's a simple moving average, but again, another doji, lots of support in this area, and so we are bouncing, but again still in a downtrend. So I would consider that we could even get up into this area here, the 1300, and not necessarily break that downtrend. Let's take a look at the weekly on the S&P futures, and as you can see here, we're just pulling back right into this support area here, back in the end of January, and so again we're holding fairly steady right now, and at this point on a weekly, this could end up being a little head and shoulders. So again, there's our neckline, so we'll continue to watch that very important chart pattern. So we'll wait to see what happens as economic news continues to come out. This is our dollar index, and again we've been watching that very closely lately. You can see quite a bit of chop today. We made that high around 74.90, pulled back, and kind of an odd-shaped W, but again, that's a pattern worthy of looking at, and this is obviously broke the support here, but then we traced fairly nicely back up into the 74.81 area. So this is what we look like on a weekly chart. I just drew this trend line upward and downward, and we actually are still, I would consider this part of the primary trend downward, and we really haven't broken that. However, as I said, we've drawn Fibonacci retracements, and even without breaking that, we could come into that 76, and to break that, obviously we'd need about a $77 price on the dollar. So again, we'll continue to watch that. As far as our FinViz chart goes, let's take a look. This is what we look like overall. Again, nice gap up and held that. Right now I would call that a nice bull flag. We'll continue to watch that to see if we do any retracement from the lows yesterday and on Monday. But this is what we're looking like on the heat map, and as you can see, lots and lots of green. In fact, the only red I'm seeing right now are some of the financials, and those weren't even down too badly, and again they've been up, so a little bit of retracement on the banks is not a bad thing. Let's take a look at our bubble study. This is what we're looking like. Obviously the big winner was JC Penney's, which is JCP, up a little over 17% on news that they have a new a CEO who's from Apple. Obviously they think that's important, and the market did too, and as you can see, they responded very well, up, as I said, a really nice gain of over 17%. L'Oreal also right at the end of the day had a really nice day, up $12, as you can see, almost 11 points, and or 11%, and again the test, they'll probably test that high, possibly there's some news related event, but the high's a little over 116, so we'll wait to see what happens tomorrow. Some of the other stocks in play today, to the upside, Western Digital was up about 5.2%, COG, which is Cabot Oil, also up about 5.5%. KMX, which is CarMax, up about 5.2%. BBY, which is Best Buy, they actually had earnings this morning and they were up a little over 4.5%. So a nice day for the stocks to the upside. Let's look at the downside, see what's going on there. As I said, banks really probably just doing a little bit of retracement. Bank of America just down about 1.5%. Morgan Stanley was down about 2%, and COF, which is Capital One, down about 3.2%. So as I see here, the banks and other financial institutes actually probably had the most declining day, but again, not anything too serious. JPM was just down actually 0.16%. So again, not a bad day for stocks to the downside. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Don's trades. He traded Apple, Google, Goldman Sachs, and PCLN, as well as the NASDAQ futures, with some mixed results. He had some good trades and then some trades that paired some of the gains that he made today. But as far as tomorrow goes, lots of economic news, consumer price index, the Empire State Manufacturing Survey, Treasury International Capital Report, the Industrial Production Report, Housing Market Index, and the Petroleum Status Report. So a lot of economic news, and we'll wait to see how that affects the market tomorrow and trade accordingly. Again, we're continuing to add additional services to provide new level traders with information on education and trading tips and so forth. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to give us a call at the number on our website, and feel free to visit us at www.newleveltraders.com. Thanks again for stopping by. Have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.